Good day guys, welcome back to my speech video. My name is Pindal Venita and today we are going to talk about something more intimate and personal. We're talking about toxic relationship. So, toxic relationship. From the name itself, we can determine that this means a relationship characterized by behaviors on the part of a toxic partner that are emotionally and not infrequently physically damaging to their partner. Well, that sounds harsh, but yeah, this is what a toxic relationship is. Like, basically, it's having a relationship that is very, very bad for you, but you did not understand and aware of the circumstances because you feel like they love you. I'm going to elaborate more on that later. So, we all know the ups and downs of a relationship is normal. We all have problems when it comes to it. But continuous conflict should not happen, especially if it bothers you or your partner's mental health. And yeah, one thing we should know is that a toxic relationship can happen between anyone and not only particularly between romantic partners, but it can be your friends, your family, or even your coworkers. So, toxic relationship with your significant other or your partner. You know what I realize with toxic relationship is that most of the time it's not the victim that sees the signs. Because the most significant sign of a toxic relationship is manipulation. It's like you're manipulated by love. You are hurt by the person that you love and trust. It's like hugging a cactus. It just hurts more if you hold on to it. So, like you see, many of my friends are actually in my opinion, this toxic relationship thingy, and almost all of them did not realize that, even if the signs are right there in front of them, it's like they don't want to realize that their loved one is a toxic person. Let me tell you about my experience a few months back when I realized the immediate signs of a toxic relationship. So, like a few months back, I was hanging out at a cafe with my friends. We were having fun, chit chat and all. It was like between 7 to 8 p.m., if I'm not mistaken. We were talking for like an hour or so. And suddenly, one of my friends received a phone call from her boyfriend. By the way, we didn't really know who her boyfriend was because she never properly introduced him to me and to my other friends. So she received the phone call, she got up and answered it, blah blah blah, and like 5 minutes later she came back to our table and she said, guys, I'm so sorry, but I must go home now, I'll be picked up by my boyfriend. And we were like, oh, okay, it's okay, because we didn't think too much of it. So yeah, we were sitting on the balcony of the second floor so we can see and hear what they were up to. And I remember when she got up to her boyfriend's motorcycle, he straight up cursed at her. He said something like this, like, "You're a hooker, you know. You know what time is it? You're lucky I picked you up." We were so dumbfounded by what he said. Well, after she went home, we talked about it and we felt the need to talk to her about that. Yeah, we talked a bit through social media, through chat, and we were shocked because it's ridiculous that she actually is in that condition, and she said none of it. We actually got her to talk a bit about that, and she wasn't aware that what she went through is the worst thing that can happen between romantic partners. This is why we need to acknowledge the signs of it. So that was one of many experiences that I encountered. After seeing so many signs, I looked up the exact signs of a toxic relationship is, and I tried to seek the signs so I will not be the toxic person and I can help others to fix this. I will go through the signs of it one by one. I will tell you the early signs of a toxic relationship are, hoping that you will never ever experience or go through this kind of relationship. So, the early signs of a toxic relationship with anyone that you know are: first, you find yourself making excuses for off behavior. Second, you're responsible for their own feelings and making them happy. Third, you start to let go of what matters to you for them. And fourth, you're meant to agree with them. You do not have your own opinion. Fifth and the last is something just doesn't feel quite right. It's like your gut feeling telling you something is wrong. So, if any of these signs are happening to you right now, you might be in a toxic relationship. And I want to add that there are some examples of what toxic people would say to you, which is gaslighting. So, gaslighting is often used to make the victim feels like the blame is on them. Gaslighting often started like a love bomb in the beginning, like everything is too good to be true. Then gradually they will say something like, "Gosh, you're just so overreacting." This often used to demonstrate feelings or to set boundaries for something that hurt you. Well, basically, they told you that your feelings are not valid. Second, do you realize what your words say about you? Making others question their thoughts, feeling, and behavior. Third, you can't take a joke, attempting to show that you are overreacting. Fourth, we're going to be late now because of all your mocking about this morning. Why can't you just behave yourself and do as you're told? Shifting the blame again instead of telling it calmly. Fifth, I don't know why you're crying so much. You're just acting and forcing some crocodile tears to get attention. You should be ashamed of yourself, and I'm the one who is really sad here. Invalidating the victim's sadness. Sadly, this is usually said by a parent or someone in a family. So guys, a toxic relationship feels so wrong on so many levels, yet the victim is blinded because they are being manipulated. It's like letting a heartless person trample all over your feelings underfoot. It's sacrificing yourself for stupid things. You keep questioning yourself. What is wrong? Why did I keep messing something up? I'm the one to blame, right? Yeah, it's my fault and so on, blah blah blah. And if this keeps on going, it will just destroy you. It will destroy everything inside of you. You will not be able to stand up for yourself. And if this keeps on going for like a long period of time, it can lower your self-esteem. You'll feel heavy all the time. You focus on your own flaws, second guessing yourself, finding it difficult to make decisions. You apologize too much and feel like you're a disappointment to others. Well, I understand how this feels. I understand it very, very well because I was once in a toxic relationship with my friends. I remember having to please my friends so they want to talk to me. I remember sacrificing my feelings, my mind, my money just to be seen by them. In fact, every day when I went to school, I always second guessed my thoughts. I felt unhappy. I remember they told me that I won't have any friends if I keep being such a crybaby. If I say too much of my opinion, and they hate it when I am better at studying than them. And they told me that if I have new friends, they will talk behind my back. They even gave like a sneering eye to my other friends. They used me. I never understood why I have to do all sort of things just to be accepted. I never asked for them to give me something in return, and I remember it stressed me out so much. Yeah, it all continued until this one day someone decided to reach out to me, and I tell them everything. I was so mentally tired. It shaped my perspective and mental thoughts. I seek for help, and they say that I was overreacting. They keep shouting my name whenever I pass by them and said something like, "Looks like we got a crybaby over here. Oh, what are you going to do about it? Call your friend?" Well, I remember I did not fight them at all. I was so scared. But slowly I started to realize that this is not me. This is not what I want. And slowly but surely I detached myself completely from them. I got new friends who actually support me, and it eases the pain a lot. It's like the weight on my shoulders has been lifted. But sadly, the impact still exists until this day. I developed anxiety and insecurity till this day because of a toxic relationship that occurred a long, long time ago. So yeah, I knew well how this feels, and I don't want any of you to feel it. It's one of the worst feelings ever. You should start knowing your own worth. Start searching inside yourself for what you want. It's like it's your life and it is in your own hands. Stop searching for other people's validation when you cannot accept yourself. Toxic people will just do the damage over and over again. You do not want to be the victim of or the toxic person itself. Let others help you. Seek help. I promise you that it will be worth it. Please, if any of you are in this toxic relationship, please unravel yourself. I know it can be hard, especially if it is from your family or your partner, like your loved ones. But you really need to seek help from someone or a professional. Please. Things like this will help you so much in the future. So yeah, that is all that I want to tell you about the toxicity of people around you. Start noticing the signs and help others. They might need it. So guys, thank you so much for your attention and remember to be kind. My name is Pinta Alfinita and bye bye.